Nah, God ain't bring me this far just to barely survive. Listen. God didn't bless me just to get by, didn't wake me up just to barely get through the night. I'm walking in favor, I'm living overflow, exceedingly abundantly, that's how the promise goes. Nah, not just to get by, He opened doors I couldn't pry. I'm blessed beyond the limits of my mind. Nah, not just to get by. I remember nights when the fridge was talking loud, empty shelves, heavy prayers, faith in the clouds. Mama said, hold on, God sees it all. Even when the pocket's thin, we still stand tall. Now I see the vision clearer than before. He don't give crumbs, He prepared a whole store. If He said it, He meant it, I trust what He said. He ain't the God of lack, He the God of way made. I ain't chased the bag, I chased His face. Now grace on grace got me running my race. Every step order, every breath planned. I don't just survive, I thrive in His hands. Yeah, God didn't bless me just to get by, didn't wake me up just to barely get through the night. I'm walking in favor, I'm living overflow, exceedingly abundantly, that's how the promise goes. Nah, not just to get by, He opened doors I couldn't pry. I'm blessed beyond the limits of my mind. Nah, not just to get by. Words say above all I could ask or think, so I stopped thinking small every time I blink. If He owns the cattle, the hills, the land, why would I doubt what's already in His plan? Pressure tried to break me, pain tried to mold me, but purpose kept pulling, wouldn't let it hold me. I'm blessed in the city, blessed when I leave, blessed when I sow, blessed when I believe. I ain't got a scheme, I ain't got a lie. Favor got my name written front line, from the pit to the palace. Yeah, I testify, He didn't call me up just to get by. Overflow, yeah, it's more than enough. Running over, fill my cup. If He did it once, He'll do it again. I don't live in fear, I live in Him. Overflow, I'm covered in grace. Every blessing got purpose in place. Hands up high, let the world know I ain't just alive. I'm supplied. God didn't bless me just to get by, didn't wake me up just to barely get through the night. I'm walking in favor, I'm living overflow, exceedingly abundantly, that's how the promise go. Nah, not just to get by, He opened doors I couldn't pry. I'm blessed beyond the limits of my mind. Nah, not just to get by.
We stepping in purpose tonight. Power on me, Holy Ghost energy. Let's go.
I'm walking in authority. Yeah, that's the call on me. Covered by the blood, so the enemy ain't stopping me. Favor like a shield everywhere that I'm supposed to be. I'm walking in authority. I'm walking in authority. Moving with the Lord in me. Devils get to trembling every time they look at me. Destined and alive, now I'm stepping where I'm born to be. I'm walking in authority. Step up in the room, yeah, I'm charged with the kingdom. Got the light of God, and you know I'm gon' beam some. Every single chain break off when I speak some. Word of God swing like a sword when the beat drum. I'm chosen, anointed, yeah, that's official. Covered in the oil, devil can't touch this vessel. Gotta keep it moving every mountain I level. Spirit in my step, watch me dance on the devil. Faith on swole like I live in the gym. Authority in Christ, not me but Him. I'm a child of the King, no fear, no sin. I said amen and the whole world spins. I'm walking in authority. I'm walking in authority. I'm walking in authority. Yeah, that's the call on me. Covered by the blood, so the enemy ain't stopping me. Favor like a shield everywhere that I'm supposed to be. I'm walking in authority. I'm walking in authority. Moving with the Lord in me. Devils get to trembling every time they look at me. Destined and alive, now I'm stepping where I'm born to be. I'm walking in authority. Hey, big faith, no dotted line with the mission. Holy Ghost fire, got the devil tryna listen. Tryna figure out why the blessing keep hitting. It's the power of the name, every chain gon' miss. And I'm bold with it, go with it, kingdom flow with it. When the battle get intense, I don't fold with it. I got angels on deck, yeah, the whole clique lit. Devil wanna throw shade, but he ain't gon' hit. I walk like David, pray like Paul, talk like Jesus when the enemy calls. Stand so tall, never scared, never rest in my soul, that's the all in me. Take another step, giants fall instantly. Holy Spirit leading every move intentionally. No fear, cause the Lord put his strength in me. I walk with the crown that's rocky in authority. Yeah, that's a call on me. Covered by the blood, so the enemy ain't stopping me. Favor like a shield everywhere that I'm supposed to be. I'm walking in authority. I'm walking in authority. Moving with the Lord in me. Devils get to trembling every time they look at me. Destiny unlocked, now I'm stepping where I'm born to be. I'm walking in authority.
Like a weight on my chest. Night comes slow, stealing all my rest. Footsteps echo on the cold concrete. Heart's a drum, but it skips its beat. I reach for something that I can't define. A piece of heaven, just a short of time.
As the moon, as the sun, what's left when the fight's been won?
Look to the sky. Look to the sky. Where the stars still burn while the dreams still fly. Look to the sky. Look to the sky. When the ground is cracked and the river runs dry. To the sky. Fists all clenched. Life's a dirty deal, yeah, the cards feel bent. Lost in the haze of a world so cruel, but I'm digging through the rubble like a stubborn fool. Pain's my teacher, failure's my guide. Still I rise like the sun, never hiding inside. The skyline whispers, don't you let it go. The sky holds the answers, we'll never fully know.
From the dirt, feel the fire, feel the hurt. Every star's a story waiting to unfold. Every night a promise daring to be bold. Go ahead from the dirt, feel the fire, feel the hurt. Every star's a story waiting to unfold.
Hey, yo, Lang, check dig, man. I was just sitting back reminiscing, man, you know what I'm saying, and vibing on how things used to be, you dig? Like when we was youngsters, you know what I'm saying, that old West End used to rock. St. Angeles jump, you know?
When children used to see the test every day. I used to go to Toledo. When kids really used to go outside and play. I used to go to Toledo. When females used to carry themselves as women. I used to go to Toledo. When hustlers used to do their time without snitching. I used to go to
Listen,
Toledo.
I remember back in the day when I was a child, doing bad, mama used to take us to eat at Hot and Now. Very convenient, the food was good and plus it was cheap. Creeping off the block to go swimming at Willie's every week. Dirt courts in just about every backyard, hooping on crates. Sneaking jars out the house, trying to catch lightning bugs and snakes. The good old days when penny candy really used to cost a penny. Ice cream truck had ice cream on it, you could buy for 10 pennies. Pimping your bike out with chrome caps, reflectors, and mirrors. The hood used to be a village back when the neighbors cared. It was less snitching, more females carried themselves like women. I wish I could go back and visit, cause I miss the old Toledo.
When children used to see the test every day.
I mean, it ain't got that same vibe it got no more.
Kids really used to go
reminiscing about the old days. And nah, I don't go far back as the OJs. Lane, look, I'm talking late 80s, early 90s. On Auburn up at Peach Rose is where you could find me. I was screaming crossroads for the love of the dough. 16 double O until the world blow. When Indo and Joint Mob had a lock on the South. And Orton Coleman had you scared to come out of your house. Around the time when Magic Wand found out he was Plera. And Ray Stone was so fly, yeah, that was the era. Philly and Philly and all was reppin' for Out Hill. That Scott and Libby gang could damn near get a nigga killed. When Northtown was bumpin', Southwick was slumpin'. Follow the light, lightning rod had every club jumpin'. I give her arm, a leg, 2 shoulders, and a tooth. To see Toledo how it was in my youth. Man, I miss the old Toledo.
When children used to see the test every day. When kids really used to go outside and play. When females used to carry themselves as women. When hustlers used to chew their tongue without snitching.
Wake up, Toledo.
Wake your ass up.
Yeah. You're listening to the 419 Grinds Rise and Grind Morning Show.
Good morning, Toledo, Ohio. Welcome to the 419 Rise and Grind Morning Show. It's your host, your boy, Sean Wan, in the studio with the DJ Impress.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good people. Yeah. It's so much to say, but we're gonna
get to it. We're gonna get to it.
No doubt.
Man, we are in the studio with the lovely Mamacita Brenda in the house. Brenda.
Hola, ¿cómo están todos? How's
Yeah,
everybody doing?
that's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about. Man, also we are in the studio with your favorite cousin, my little brother, Mud Talk on, Rise and Grind Morning Weekend Show host, the man with the plan, Ty Cleveland.
Good morning, everybody. That's all I got to
Okay.
It's a feeling in the atmosphere, and it's a lot to talk about.
Somber feel.
I don't even say somber. It's just a lot of processing going on.
Yeah, a lot of processing. Absolutely.
But good morning to everybody, and thoughts and prayers to everyone this morning. Sending positive energy to everybody.
There you go.
See the shirt. See the shirt.
Kill all negative energy.
Kill all negative energy. This was RC did an album some years ago, and this was
that one.
Yeah, that's why the shirt, if it look a little medium on me, I wanted to hug the city, so I put on a little medium, shirt.
Oh my goodness! Good morning to each and every one of you. We are in the studio with the producer of the Rise and Grind Morning Show, the producer of Check In the Podcast, the producer of the Weekend Rise and Grind Morning Weekend Show, Creative Cuties. Win or Lose Sports Show. The list goes on and on. Jesse Coleman.
Good morning, Alabama, Selma, Alabama, Utah, Alabama, and Birmingham, Alabama.
Selma, he went to Selma.
Man, that's what Dr. King did.
I know.
That's
Look,
deep.
I know.
That's right. We got to have some Selma in us right now.
Yeah.
So, man, ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor right now. I need everybody to take a deep breath in. And woosah it out. Yeah, we got to. Shout out to Councilwoman Sir Sandra McPherson. Shout out to Dr. Carl Mitchell. Shout out to our lovely everyday watch person, Patricia Berry.
Yeah, don't call her mama.
I ain't gonna say that. Good morning
Miss
to
Miss Berry.
Man, listen, I ain't gonna say nothing. Good morning to Melody Lindsay. We appreciate you joining us this morning, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't mind, please share this show. This show right here is going to be a real conversation. As my little brother said, Ty said that it's a lot to process.
Yeah, it is.
It's a lot to process.
Yeah.
And so let me ask you guys, how are you feeling, DJ Impress?
Mixed bag of emotions.
Okay.
And I tell you why, because you know, I grew up in the OSN area.
Mm-hmm.
And growing up as a kid, we couldn't wait for the OSN festival. The OSN festival was so special, right? It marked the beginning of the summer.
Mm-hmm.
It was all about community. People from all over the city could come and just share in what Toledo meant to everybody, right? I'm not going to sit here and lie and act like it wasn't some knuckleheads out there, but there were more people with positive energy that kind of canceled out anything negative that would have went on. Like the most you would have got out is, you know, as soon as you start to argue, somebody like, man, y'all go and get out of here with that. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it was enough people who were willing to get involved and shut that kind of stuff down. That, you know, it never festered. It never reached a boiling point. And somehow over the years, it has just been a place where when you used to say the OSN Festival, everybody was like, yeah, I'm going, to the point where now people, and rightfully so, is like, man, I'm not going out there.
Yeah. Right.
I'm not going out there. You know what I mean? So, and because it's so open, you can access it from everywhere. You know what I mean? It's hard to regulate access to people that you don't want there. It's hard to police it. It's hard to weed out just unwanted stuff. You know what I mean? Unless we as a community get together and say, like, enough is enough,
Yes.
man. Go on, get away from here with that. If y'all want to do that, there's plenty places that y'all can go and all y'all be by yourselves and do that. This right here is a protected space, right? And I don't want to go too long, so I'm
No, because I asked the question. So I'm going to now, Jesse, how do you feel?
I mean, I guess I share the same sentiments as Impress as far as, but with me, I stopped going to the OSN Festival probably about 10 years ago because something happened 10 years ago. It wasn't anything like this, but it's just the fact of people not appreciating like we did as kids. Because back then, when we were growing up, I grew up in the OSN. My grandmother stayed on Fulton. My aunt stayed on Rockingham. We stayed on Melrose. That's right in the middle of it, right? So we went to the OSN Festival every single year. That was our thing. But there was a code. No matter what side you were on in the OSN Festival, in the St. Anne's Festival, you don't do anything. You don't cause any problems because we want to enjoy this time.
Right.
So that it's like that went out the window, and it's like we don't value, not we, the younger generation don't value life like we value it. That's just the truth.
Wow. Ty, do I need to come back to you?
No, you don't.
Do we want to wait for what's the tea?
This is the tea, I guess, at this point. No, honestly, I'm hurt. I'm really hurt. Just because me personally, in my 37 years of living in Toledo, I've never experienced anything like this, like a mass shooting. You know what I'm saying? Right. This is something that you see on the news, kind of like in bigger cities and whatnot. So to see this here and to see people that we know personally be affected by this and having to get involved and dive on people and be nurses and doctors and emergency responders, it was a hurtful feeling, very crazy. The upsetting part is that not only is this going to change the trajectory of what the OSN Festival is, but now it's going to make you think twice about going to anything with large gatherings. You know, whether it's a Mud Hens game, whether it's another festival, whether it's a concert. Like, now you're going to have this feeling of anxiety because you're going to constantly be looking around and wondering, like, all right, who's next? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I think the other hurtful part about it is that we all know it was some kids.
Yeah.
Potentially, allegedly, but we all saw the videos. They're youth, and it just makes you wonder, like, what was it that was so deep that made you put other people's lives in danger?
Right.
Because we know that if it was an adult, and I'm not saying it would be any better, but if it was an adult, they would be shooting at their intended target. We know that these are kids because they clearly couldn't handle a gun. They were shooting everywhere trying to get one person. But it's like, what was it that was so deep that made y'all just put other people's lives in danger? And now you're on international news. Like, you're not just here in Toledo.
Yeah.
Like, you are over in Canada and England and everywhere else now. And so, like, honestly, like, your life is gone. Like, they're going to put you under the jail. Yeah. So, and they're going to find you. We are in 2026 where there's so much technology. The videos have been shared. There's cameras everywhere, and there were people. They are going to find you, whoever it is.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, but that's the thing that to me too is really sad is that whoever did it, there were so many eyes out there. Somebody knows who it was, right? And nobody's been arrested yet. Like, and I don't know if that's because nobody's talking, or if I'll just say this, Sean. You know our parents,
right?
Had I acted up somewhere before I got home, somebody would have been like,
2 or 3 people.
Your son was out there clowning, and I know that. And when I got home, my mother's not protecting me from something like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
my mother's not. My mother will take me
right
and
back,
drop me
man.
off to the jail. So, I really don't like, and I'm about to take heat for this. I don't care. I don't like when people always just try to blame it on bad parenting, right? Because it's more than that.
Yeah.
It's a lot more than that. And I'm not trying to say nothing bad about my family, right? Me and my brother grew up in the very same household, very same set of rules, all of that. My brother made choices that I would never make, though. You know what I mean? So it's not always just bad parenting, but still, as a community, it's a community loss, not households. Not you understand what I'm saying? Everybody, it's somebody parents. Man, look, I raised my kids strict as I don't know what. You know what I mean? Because I know what being unregulated looks like. A lot of my friends was unregulated. You know what I mean? But some of those people that was unregulated is now business owners.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I have family members that was spoiled, 2-parent household spoiled, and did the craziest stuff just to try to be something they're not. You know what I mean? So it's not always everybody always is bad. It's not always bad parenting. It's not all, and I hate when people just throw it under that umbrella.
Yeah. And it's also a thing is too, like you said, you can be raised in a perfect household, but you ever understand that kids can be easily influenced by other kids who are unregulated and who are making bad choices.
Right.
So you can grow up in a 2-parent household with a silver spoon in your mouth, but if you hanging out with Johnny who just don't have nothing, to live for, that influence can easily spill over into your child. So it's a combination of things, but I'm honestly just keep the bread fresh. It's also what happens when we deprioritize our youth. So many people want to be outside and down Julio, acting Julio, and we in the bars and we having a good time. And we've been saying this all year long that the kids have been acting up in school. The difference is that it's been contained in school. But now that school is out, now it's spilling over into the community, and we've been saying this. But everybody's so concerned about wanting to be outside and twerking on cars on headlights and doing everything else that now everybody's like, what are we gonna do? What's next? We've been screaming to the top of our lungs that our kids were out of control.
Yeah. So I have a lot to say. I'm gonna say I have a lot to say, but I want to hear from Brenda, and then we're going to hear T with the T.
Yeah.
Man, I just feel like we lost our peace of mind. Our peace of mind literally flew out the window because, summer's here, and I feel like this happening in the beginning is bringing awareness. Like, oh, now, this is the beginning of summer. We got all of summer still. We have to be, aware. And I feel like there's like spiritual warfare going on with their children. Like it is so deep because there's evil principalities sitting in high places that are ranking and they're just,
Yeah.
Oh man, and I just feel like we just got to be covered, and we have to pray a lot for our children, for our youth to make better decisions, because if not, look at all these people that got impacted.
Yeah.
They got shot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like out of nowhere, nobody thought that was gonna happen.
Right.
And it's not just at festivals. It could be at Walmart. It could be at the
Anywhere.
store.
Yeah. Right. Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And it's like, oh my gosh, we just gotta stay prayed up.
Yeah.
We really, really do.
I tell the kids in my program all the time, you are always just one bad decision away from something tragic happening.
You and I had a conversation.
Right, we just had a conversation with one of my kids because, again, this kid is not a street kid whatsoever.
None.
But he wants to be street so bad, right? And so he's doing things and putting himself in places where, and I'm like, oh, my friends, like them, those aren't your friends. Anybody that's trying to influence you to do stuff other than what your parents is trying to get you to do, it's not really your friend. And they don't necessarily have to be going after you or one of your friends. Just when you are in that environment, you know what I mean? Anything can happen.
Yeah.
Right.
Anything can happen.
Yeah. That's it. So what's going on in the weather?
All right, man. Well, let's get into some weather and traffic, man. So right now, the weather is 73 degrees outside. Just be careful because they are going to be putting out a heat advisory this week because of the expected heat index that could be up to almost 100 degrees with the heat index. So you want to be very careful. But the high today is supposed to be 88 degrees. We have a 30% chance of rain today, possibly. But Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday are some more rain chances, up to 60%, but expect the weather to be between 85 and possibly reach the 90s this week, possibly on Thursday. But we'll see a cool down starting on Monday of next week on the 15th when we're back into the 70s and low 80s. So if you're going to be outside this week, make sure you stay hydrated. Make sure you have on your sunscreen and all that good stuff, and make sure you're taking frequent breaks if you are working outside. As far as traffic, we do have a slow up this morning. So if you are traveling out in Perrysburg, Highland Road, and McCord, you will see some slow downs there with traffic going as slow as 26 miles per hour. So just be careful. And then we also have another slow up that is out towards I-475 and US 23, as well as on Key Street and Cass Road. So just make sure that you are being careful if you are traveling in those directions. So that is your weather and traffic. As far as what's the T in the T? Hit that drop. I'm sorry. So go ahead and hit that drop again because I didn't even hear that.
It's What's the T in the T with Big T on the Rise and Grind Morning Show.
This is where I give y'all all of the latest news that's going on in the city and beyond. So we're going to talk about a few things today. All right. Yeah, y'all know. I got drops and stuff now, man. It's official. Yeah, I wasn't used to that. I'm used to introducing myself.
Right, I know. I thought that was you talking about. Is it your mind? Is my mind?
No, man. We got drops
the
around
magic
here.
of TV.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Jesse, you one talent.
Now I got to show my skills.
Right.
Yeah, man. So let's get into what's the T in the T. So, of course, we've already been discussing everything that happened with the Old West End Festival this past weekend. So 12 people were shot Saturday evening near the Old West End Festival, and Toledo Police said that during a conference later that evening. Toledo Police Deputy Chief Joe Hefferman said officers responded quickly to the shooting near Delaware and Collingwood. Police said at least 2 shooters appeared to be shooting at each other, and police released an update on Sunday afternoon in which they said all 12 victims were in stable condition and are expected to survive. The victims who were shot were as young as 14 years old up until the oldest of 61-year-old. So a lot of people who were affected by that, not just with the physical violence, but also mentally as well too. They did say at the Saturday news conference, investigator Lieutenant Dan Gherkin said police were talking with multiple people, including victims and witnesses, and they are reviewing footage from the area. On Sunday evening, the Old West End organizer said the festival will be canceled on Sunday. And so they are, Hefferman said the shooting is an example how gunfire can endanger people who have nothing to do with a dispute. And so it's not expect at this time of what the OSN Festival organizers are going to do moving forward. So we'll just keep you guys tapped in with that as more information continues to come in. In other news, Simone Biles. So this is not national, not local, but this is national. Simone Biles had a death experience actually recently. So the gymnast announced a health scare with few details via her Instagram story on Saturday. So she is the most decorated gymnast in history. She says she is at home resting after almost dying earlier this week. Biles posted a photo of her arm with multiple hospital patient wristbands along with the caption in a post to her Instagram story on Saturday. She said, "I'm not one to normally share things like this because I value privacy in today's age, but almost dying wasn't on my bingo card earlier this week." She didn't give any details what happened, but said it was one of, and if not the scariest experience of my life. She said, "I've been resting all week. I'll explain sooner or later, but shout out to my close circle who reached out, checked in, visited, and sent flowers." And then she posted 2 pictures of multiple bouquets, then one of them in her bed with 2 dogs and a screenshot of her heart rate, which was 126 beats per minute. And so there was no other information on at this time, but she said when she's ready to release the information on what happened, she will release that to the public. So prayers up to Simone Biles.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So she actually was just talking about recently about how she's, because she's retired now. She was experiencing what's called twisties in gymnastics. So twisties is when you go for a flip or some sort of gymnastics move and you lose balance while in the air, like the equilibrium is off. And so that was constantly happening as she was competing in these competitions. You actually can hurt yourself because you have to be aware of what's going on when you're in the air. So that is why you don't see Simone Biles in competitions anymore, because it was experiencing that. So just a little update on that.
I'll say this real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Gymnastics is a really, really a dangerous sport. There's a lot of speed and strength that go into it, and it takes 1 second to be off. You can come down on your neck, break your neck, all kind of stuff. So shout out to Simone.
Yes, and she also is a big advocate for mental health as well too, because during one of the Olympic Games, she was experiencing some mental health issues, and she took some time away from that as well too. All right, and in our last piece of news, and some good news, so Ohio's $3.7 billion budget proposal includes some funding here for Northwest Ohio. So that's some good news for us. So Ohio lawmakers have rolled out a proposed 2-year $3.7 billion capital improvement budget that includes millions of dollars for projects across Northwest Ohio. Senate Bill 450 passed the Ohio Senate on Wednesday and now heads to the Ohio House for further consideration. If approved by both chambers, it would go to Governor Mike DeWine, who would sign off on the bill. Some of the dollars that you will see will go to the Cherry Street Mission, also Unison Health Improvement, the Toledo Historic Ohio Theater, Oregon Fire and Rescue Facility Improvements, the Cottonwood Art Center, the Toledo Mosaic Community Center, as well as the University of Toledo and the Toledo Museum of Art Team Lab Project, as well as the Toledo Summit Riverfront Corridor, and for the Valentine Theater restoration. So if that bill is approved, we will see some disbursement of money here in the city that will help with some improvements here in the city on a few things that actually deserve some money and some dollars for improvements. So as that information continues to come in, I'll let you guys know, because Big Mike DeWine got to sign off on that bill in order for us to get those coins. So
there it is.
Yeah. So that was what's the tea in the tea. And even though I got some tea, I'm gonna spill it here first on the Rise and Grind Morning Show.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to take a quick commercial break. Shout out to our sponsors, P360 Studios, Toledo Art, Ohio Unity Coalition, Penthouse Work Spa, and Solution. But before we go,
all right, I wasn't.
Now it's time for a little family history with DJ Impress on the Rise and Grind Morning Show.
Jesse got a Saturday off. He was busy. I love it. All right, so I wasn't gonna do one this morning, but I will. So today I want to spotlight my my cousin Paul. Right, he was a scientist like back in the day, and he was trying to. This is before like flight was real like popular, and he was trying to like genetically modified so humans can fly. You know how they had on the Jetsons a long time ago, people was flying, so he was trying to do that. So what he did was he took a bunch of like hormones from like chickens and birds and all of that stuff, and he used his own self as like a guinea pig, right? So, you know, he injected himself and to see what happened, and couldn't, like, nothing happened. He went to sleep that night, and when he woke up, you know, he went to put his arms down. It was kind of tender. So it's like, I don't know what that is. So But I think it's I might be his arms start flapping a little bit. It's like, oh, this might end up working. So the next night, put it in, inject himself again. He woke up. Next day he was kind of sore. Like I don't know what's going on, but I think it's working. He flap a little bit, he jump, flap a little bit. He's like, okay, all right. The next night he woke up in excruciating pain. Woke up screaming, I can't take it. So he went to the doctor, and doctor checked him out and got his bill and gave him an aspirin. He's like, that as sore as I am, are you gonna give me an aspirin? He said, yeah, you just experienced a little growing pains.
Oh my God.
Growing
pain.
Growing
pain.
The wing.
The wing.
Growing.
Yeah.
Where is Tyrone McCain when you need him? McCain Insurance and Casualty. Where is he at? Where is Dr. Lindell when you need him?
Pain.
The wing.
Yeah,
growing.
we get it.
We got it.
Growing. Yeah.
Family spotlight, man. Y'all gonna quit laughing at my family.
You got a very interesting family.
That part.
Yes.
Before we take a commercial break, Jesse, where can they find us?
You can find us live on Facebook, live on YouTube. You can also find us on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and wherever you download your favorite shows.
Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back after this commercial break. Hello, my name is Sean Mahone Sr., founder and executive director of Young Men and Women for Change Behavior Modification Bootcamp Program. If you are a parent experiencing issues or problems with your child, then give us a call today. Young Men and Women for Change, 567-277-5352. Productive leaders for tomorrow's future.
Your first impression matters. What if your business could introduce itself in just 60 seconds? Anytime, anywhere. Business cards get tossed. Social posts get lost. But video connects. It lets people see your face, hear your voice, and trust your story. At Project 360 Studios, we create business spotlight videos. Short professional films that introduce who you are, what you do, and why people should choose you. Here's how it works. Step 1. Plan. We help craft your story. Step 2. Film in our studio or on location. Step 3. Edit. We brand it with your logo, colors, and music. Step 4. Deliver a powerful video you can use everywhere. Share it on your website, social media, email signature, anywhere you want to make a lasting first impression. Don't just hand out your business card. Let people meet you. Book your business spotlight video today at Project 360 Studios.
Give me one for the wake up. I'm so grateful for another day to help stimulate the mental. Time to strategize, huddle up, where's your circle? I can feel the movement radiate through the convo. Talk is cheap, turn your faith into work. I drink my second cup and put my hands in the dirt. 2 cups, drinking straight drip from the earth. Caffeinated conversations, you heard them here first. One for the wake up. One for the wake up. You heard them here first.
Jamaican reggae kitchen. Every little thing just sizzling. From Yardman spice to Island rhythm. Put some soul in the pot, then listen. Jamaican reggae kitchen. One plate mash up your system. Take a bite, feel the bass in your chest then. Every belly start dance to the hymn them. Hey, yo. Rice and peas in a big pan jack, smoke right name in the sky. Grandma hum, one old hymn song, you them bust joke laugh till them cry. Lime wedge cool down the thing them. Sweet sauce drip off your chin. You say you just come for a small friend, but you go triple deep, can't pretend. Jamarit and reggae kitchen. Every little thing just sizzling. From yard man spice to island rhythm. Put some soul in the pot then.
To be able to come out and see all these kids and everyone get together so that we can put a smile on all the other kids' faces is super. It makes my heart smile.
Yeah, man. Love is the answer every time, even when it hard. Yeah, yeah. Them try to break you down, say you're not go rise. Talk behind your back, smile up in your eyes, but you stand firm, you not lose your way. Light in your soul, let it shine each day. You coulda fight fire with the fire them bring, but you choose peace, that's a powerful thing. Mama always say, son, guard your heart, even in the dark, let your light depart. No matter what them do, no matter what them say, kindness gonna win at the end of the day. Have a heart, don't let it go cold, even when the world get wicked and bold. Show love, let your spirit shine, good vibes only every time. Have a heart, don't turn to stone, even when you feel like you stand alone. Rise above, don't fall apart. Real strength come when you have a heart.
The Rise and Grind Morning Show is on 419 The Grind.
Good morning, Toledo, Ohio. Welcome back to the Rise and Grind Morning Show. It's your host, your boy, Sean Juan, in the studio with the lovely, beautiful Mamacita Brenda.
Hello, everyone. I'm here.
Also, we are in the studio with Mud Talk on your favorite cousin, Rise and Grind Weekend Morning Show host, Ty Cleveland.
What up, though, Toledo? And shout out to DJ Impress, man, for that laugh. We needed that. Now I feel, now I'm in my groove. Now I'm ready. So shout out to DJ Impress. Yeah. I had a lot of trauma going on earlier, but now I'm good. Now.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. Also, we are in the studio with the producer of the Rise and Grind Morning Show, Jesse Coleman.
Yeah, shout out to DJ Impress for the quote unquote jokes.
Right. We need the jokes. We need a good joke every now and then. So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate you being part of the Rise and Grind Morning Show family. We appreciate you guys joining us Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:30. We appreciate you guys having comments and having fun with us as well.
And don't forget about the weekends.
And then we have the weekend show that Ty, the host, he brings the business on that.
You know, we hold it down. Yeah, we'll be actually this weekend, this Saturday from noon until 1:30. We'll have Ray of Love from Ray of Beauty Skincare.
Okay.
She'll be on the show because, you know, it's the summertime, so you got to have your skin popping. You know what I'm saying? Your melanin popping, and, you know, other people want their skin to pop too. So she's going to let you know what you should and should not do to your skin and talk about her products. And she also has a black car business, I believe. So like if you need like transportation to the airport, from the airport, things like that. But she actually did She did Cliches opening night with Kenyatta. She transported Nivea back and forth from the airport, and recently Vito. So they are popular R&B artists, mainstream artists, like platinum record artists. So she's had some heavy hitters that she's had to transport back and forth to the airport. So she will be on the show this Saturday at noon. So make sure y'all tap in live.
Tap in. So people was probably wondering when I was asking the questions, they were like, okay, Sean, what do you have to say about the whole ordeal?
Yeah.
And so I just wanted to share before we get with our guests, but I want to talk to my church folks first, right? I want to talk to the church folks because we go to church every Sunday, and we say we trust and believe in God, and that God is going to do a new thing in a new season. But God also gives us vision, and God allows us to see things that the spiritual eye can see, but not the natural eye to see. And so I kind of said it all yesterday. I did a live video yesterday in regards to what's taking place. And so I said, and I'll say this so people will know, I've been warning Toledo for 20 years that this day was coming. A lot of you thought me having a boot camp program was like ridiculous. It was crazy. You guys found everything negative to say about a program that was holding youth accountable at the end of the day. It was tough love, out of love approach. And a lot of you, and I'll say this publicly, a lot of you turned your back on me. And a lot of you have done everything possible to keep a man down when all he was doing at the end of the day was working ministry, helping youth. That was what God called me to do. And so I always said that 3 things is guaranteed to happen if we don't help our youth. That's prison yard, graveyard, and homelessness. And I've been screaming to you guys at the top of my lungs about our youth being out of control. So when there's a disconnect in our community, right? There's a disconnect because I say it all the time. God sends warning before destruction. God sends warning before destruction. And because it doesn't come derived from the pulpit, right? So if the prophet in the house says, God says, if you want to be married, give me a $50 line. The prophet said, God said, you want to bless you with a new home, give me a $20 line, right? So the prophet in the house is speaking prosperity. But what about those who are in ministry that's not in the pulpit, that's out here preaching the same message or teaching or helping our youth be delivered from the things that they're going through? And so when you bring ideas to the table, and I will say this, I wrote a proposal for the city of Toledo called Operation Accountability. That was 4 years ago. If they would have took a look at this, we probably could have been ahead of the game. If you guys would have embraced the whole boot camp concept of knowing why we do what we do, then we could have probably prevented this. But when we have a juvenile court that is not holding youth accountable, right? When we have schools that are not holding youth accountable, but suspending them instead of making sure they get some restorative justice, right? Then we're going to continue to keep having this problem. I'm going to say it. I'm going to continue to say it. Nothing changes if nothing changes. And because people are being disobedient because of what God is saying, it doesn't matter if God is saying it through you. It doesn't matter if God says it through Brenda. It doesn't matter if God says it through Monty or Jesse, right? There's a message that he will use someone to alarm the people to say, hey, the British is coming. The British is coming. No, they don't know what they're talking about. Just sit back over there and be quiet. Hey, we got to get our youth together because if we don't, it's going to be all bad, right? So the thing about it is I'm curious to see what is going to take place when it comes to accountability with our youth and our parents, right? And unfortunately, I believe, and I hate to say this, but we have had not on this level, but we've had so many things happen in our city. And then it was 2 other shootings last night. So it's getting ready. It's getting to get worse, right? Well, it's getting worse because I'm gonna tell you now, we're 20 years behind. If I came in 20 years ago to say, this is why God told me to move back from Louisville, Kentucky to Toledo. I got to come back here because my ministry is you got to be able to save these babies in a way that nobody else is going to be able to understand. So now that I'm doing this, people are like, yeah, we don't want that, right? No, we don't believe in boot camp. Those programs don't work. But I've been doing this for 20 years and I've been helping thousands of children, right? And because of that, you don't want to listen.
Yeah.
Now everybody is up in arms like, oh my God, these youth. What do you expect when you're not holding them accountable?
Yes.
So that's what I wanted to say, ladies and gentlemen.
And I want to say to people who are watching, I really want y'all to stop saying we need more programs. We have all the programs in the world. There's so many programs that people
utilize the programs that's already there.
That's already there.
That's what it is.
Every time we have something happen, like we need a new program. No, we do not. There's 11 programs out there, but people don't support them. And support doesn't have to be monetary. It can be a talent that you have. It can be donating time. It can be dropping off snacks. It can be being a guest speaker. We don't need more programs. We have all the programs in the world that they need to be utilized and they need to be supported. So please stop saying in the comments we need more programs and then on top of that, consistency. Please don't let this be a temporary thing where we're so angry, we're so mad, and then when school starts, now you forget about it. You have to be consistent. When we say what's next, whatever the plan is, we have to be consistent. Because when it comes to working with kids, and I know personally for being a teacher for 14 years, if you don't have consistency with these kids, they're not going to listen to you.
They're not.
So they have to know, like, if Mr. Sean say he's going to come here every Monday and Wednesday, he better be here every Monday and Wednesday. If he says that he's going to come on his field trip today, he better be here on his field trip. But the moment that you stop showing up is the moment they're going to stop showing up. Yeah. So you have to be consistent. So please stop saying we need more programs. We have all the programs in the world. So
I also think that sometimes adults, the parents, they play a role because they're embarrassed. They sometimes don't want to bring their kids because of how they are. It's more of an ego pride, like, dang, my kid does act up, but I don't want nobody to know that this is just between us, family type thing. And then they're out here doing being.
I've had and still do have a lot of high-end clientele. I have judges that brought their kids to the program. I've had police officers, sheriffs, attorneys, doctors.
Oh my gosh.
As a matter of fact, people didn't even know this, but I was flown out to Las Vegas for a plastic surgeon that gave me his, he called it the pool house. That wasn't no pool house, but he paid, but they paid for my flight. They paid for me to come out there to give their child the business for 3 days straight.
Wow.
Yeah. So I try to help people understand that when God gives you vision, He gives you provision, right? And so I made an announcement yesterday, and I want to do a citywide Dose of Reality program on June the 26th, and I'm kind of like up in the air about it because we say now, yeah, let's get our kids signed up. Let's do this. And then I say it's free. And then people don't sign up for it. Or people don't bring their kids. And then there's no connection with the city or the police department or the juvenile court for people to come out and see why this program is so needed. So we just kind of push things away, hoping that things will get better. But things are not going to get better until we address what's really taking place. Yeah. And it starts with putting a program in place that will literally help our youth understand, like, you know what, this is not what I want. And it's going to unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, you can knock me for saying this, but it's going to have to go through a tough love approach.
Yeah.
With positive reinforcement, right? Behavioral health, right? Community involvement and awareness, and getting these youth out in the community and showing them why they should value their community instead of just taking them to the park and kicking it with them. Get them out in the community. Pick an area just to go and maybe pick up trash or have a conversation with the neighbors in the neighborhood and learn leadership skills, learn what accountability looks like. So,
well, and the issue is that with these programs though too, the kids that are signing up are not the ones that should be signing up.
Right.
We're like, when I had my program, it was, of course, kids who were first generation, but it wasn't the ones who were like acting up in school or anything. It was like, you know what, I didn't turn my homework in today. You know what I'm saying? So the people that are signing up their kids for these programs are not the ones, like, we need the ones that are out here causing chaos, but they're not going to be the ones that sign up for the program. So it's all about how do we reach the ones that are causing the chaos in the community, and what does that look like? But it can't be a temporary fix. I understand we're operating out of emotions and hurt right now, but we need to have the same energy throughout the summer and beyond. So I'm really hoping that we can come together and fix some things. But we also need to hold our parents accountable too. And we preach to the kids enough. They know if I make a bad choice, this is what's going to happen. But now we need to start talking to these parents, because I don't think some of our parents know how to parent.
Right.
I don't think they have the resources. They don't know where to go for the resources. And we need to teach our kids how to regulate their emotions. Because again, what was it that was so deep that made you so mad that said, I'm about to take a gun to a festival and I'm about to shoot you. And I'm about to put other people in harm's way.
So I'm going to say this. I'm going to say that to piggyback off what you're saying. Hear me now and believe me later. If the enemy can come through your child to cause confusion in the home, then he will be able to tear down the foundation of your house. We got to understand that this is spiritual warfare that's going on. It's not the fact that what made that kid or those young men or young ladies so mad that they just did it out of spite, right? It's not them; it's the it inside of them. It is a spirit that has landed in these children, because the enemy is sifting our youth out as wheat. The enemy already knows the greatness that's on our child. So when I talk to children, when I go and do home visits or I go and sign kids up, I tell them, I say, you must be very important to God. I said, God has something special for you, because it's not by accident that I'm sitting in front of you. God is trying to give you warning before the destruction. So you got to understand that we got to do something different, and we have to put the focus on ministry, and we have to understand the why. And the thing about it is that we are so busy in competition with one another. Who got the best program? Who getting the most funding? Oh, we don't want to deal with boot camp. We want to deal with this. And so we keep bumping heads while the enemy he's running rapid. Right.
Well, I'm gonna say this word real quick, because this is what Bishop Randall Parker said when we get to know it. And he said in church yesterday, he said, if you don't even pray at home, how do you expect to come to church and pray? Right. And I was like, that is a quote. That is deep. And like you said, with the spiritual warfare, there are people who just simply don't pray at home. But then when something happens, God, please help me, please help me, please, God, please help me. You don't just pray to God when something's bad going on in your life. You pray also when something's good, through the good. Or you just, the fact that you woke up and he blessed you to pray today, you need to say, thank you, God, for waking me up, because I have the ability to pray today. So I truly believe there is a spiritual warfare, because when you don't have God in your house, the enemy can come through your house and tear it down.
Oh, yeah.
Because you too busy outside twerking on headlights and got down Julio on your head and acting a fool outside. So I'm gonna leave that right there. We got Noah here, so
we got Noah here.
Hey, you guys are speaking my language. I love it.
Keep going. This is great. That's what I'm all about.
This is it. And Sean, you and I are going to connect, brother, because we're going to do a greater work together. But I say that is because, again, like my mother is coming on Check-In Podcast. She coming on. She said, like, she got some stuff to say, boy. She got some stuff. She said, I'm coming on
this
show.
Wednesday?
This Wednesday.
Oh, man. I'm going to be live in the studio.
You got to.
Yeah.
You got to meet Mom.
Okay.
You got it.
What's your mom's name?
Danielle.
Miss Danielle.
You listen, and don't tell her about the sandwich.
I won't.
Okay, cool.
That's our secret.
but at the end of the day, I always say that I know God didn't bring me back to Toledo to play hopscotch,
right?
Because my whole fight was, Lord, why are you sending me back to the Valley of Dry Bones, where people are hooked up to life support systems, only waiting for their plug to be pulled, right?
Yeah.
And so it's been a challenge. It's been a great challenge, right? But I love being in the fight. I love being able to still stand solid, to be able to say, I'm going to do whatever it takes to save these babies' lives, that people can appreciate it or not. But lives have been impacted and changed through what we've done. And so I'm praying, but I put it out there for the citywide Dose of Reality program. And what I would like to see is parents bringing their children, because we do a parent accountability program as well. But people that can speak life into these babies and speak life into these parents, and bringing people together that are good at what their purpose is. So this is your opportunity to showcase your ministry. Women speaking to young ladies, men speaking to young boys, maybe a therapy session, maybe some behavioral health, some counseling. Like, let's make it where we understand why people need a dose of reality.
Absolutely.
So that's my truth. That's what it is. Thank you for listening, ladies and gentlemen.
There we go.
There we go.
Oh,
yeah.
All right. So we told you that we have a guest on the show, right? And so today we have Mr. Noah Hagedorn. That's pronounced correctly, right?
Hagedorn.
Hagedorn. There we go. All right. So he is the executive director for Toledo Mountain Mentors, and so we got him here in the studio today. So good morning, Noah. What's up, man?
Good morning. Good to be here.
Yes. Thank you for listening to us on our soapbox this morning. We appreciate it. So tell us a little bit about Toledo Mountain Mentors for those who have not heard of the program before.
Yeah, absolutely. And in light of everything going on with Old West End and some of the things you guys are passionate about, there's no better time to be able to step into this. But to your point there's already so many programs. Toledo Mountain Mentors, we've been operating in the Toledo area for going on 42 years now.
Okay. Wow.
So we've been around, we've seen some things, but basically our whole model and philosophy is our mission is to create purpose-driven youth through faith, mentoring, and adventure. And so we are a one-on-one mentorship program that's also building a community of like-minded people, helping to try and reach and change the next generation. And so what we do is we train adult volunteers who mentor. They get paired with a student, they mentor them one-on-one. Throughout the year, we put together structured events, again, environments out in the community, partnering with other organizations to do community service, leadership skills and trainings for the students, and all of that combined with a focus on outdoors and the way that changes people. And so our founder was originally from New Hampshire.
Okay.
And so he was a pastor with the United Methodist Church, he kind of moved around, eventually landed up in Toledo, had a passion for working with at-risk kids. And so originally when we were founded, we were actually a juvie remediation program. Where we had a partnership directly with the juvie courts, and kids were given the opportunity to you're going to go to juvie or you're going to go on what was back then a 2-week-long backpacking trip, where you would go with to them a bunch of strangers. It was, in the beginning days, with a lot of cops were our volunteer mentors, and they would take these kids on a 2-week-long backpacking trip in New Hampshire, and then come back and get mentorship. And so we're not a direct remediation program anymore, but we get kids from all kinds of backgrounds who are considered at risk, potentially some of them going down the wrong path, some of them on the cusp of going down a wrong path, and really provide an extra support system for them. And so throughout the year, mentoring them, getting together with them throughout the city, and then we take them on a week-long backpacking trip out in New Hampshire. And some of our older students, we actually started adding additional trips to Pictured Rocks, Michigan, up in the Upper Peninsula. Our guys group for that actually just got back last night from that trip.
Okay. And so, like, what is the age range for you guys' program?
13 to 17. So we take middle school through high school students. And
what was this when I was in middle school? I wanted to go on a backpacking trip.
I said the same exact thing. I'm born and raised in Toledo, and my parents got divorced when I was 10. Was very messy. They're both very emotionally had their issues going on. My parents were emotionally explosive towards each other. It was a very tumultuous household, and I easily could have gone another direction. And so something like this, I've always had a passion for the outdoors. I work in ministry full time now, and I've always had a passion for things like this. And so when I got involved first 5 years ago, it was like, this is a perfect combination of everything I love to do. But on top of that, seeing the ways that kids their lives are being genuinely changed because of it is incredible.
So I think what you're saying is that, which is amazing, right? What you guys do. But we have to look at how do we develop stronger partnerships and collaborations?
100%.
Because I'm hearing you speak, right? Yep. And one of the things that before God calls me home, what I would love to see is something where we can house youth for 30, 60, 90, up to 120 days through this whole hiking experience. The getting up in the morning at 5 a.m. and taking a mile run, singing cadence, like helping really to transform youth, because I used to be a drill instructor for the Kentucky Department of Corrections. And one of the things that I realized with the inmates is they came in there with no rhythm. They didn't know how to march, right? They didn't know what a cadence was. So when you see these inmates running and singing cadence, or marching and singing cadence, and finding their groove, right? It was a transformation. It was a transformation, and that program was really successful, but they no longer have it. And so it was just kind of like my idea to take what I've learned to come back to Toledo to have that type of...
It's that type of structure and that type of pushing through adversity that so many kids today especially are missing. I mean, I'm thrilled that they've started passing laws around not having cell phones in the classroom, because I even growing up as smartphones were going up, seeing how much that changed other kids around me, changed myself, to now see the detriment of that, I'm hugely grateful for. But still, a lot of that is, and to your point about some parents not even really knowing how to parent, they're relying on technology to do it for them, thinking, oh, if I put a screen in front of them, then they're gonna be just fine, or oh, I get a moment of peace and quiet. No, the kids need structure. Like you know, we have free will as humans. God gave us with free will, but that comes with choice. But within that, we have free will to build boundaries and structure. Because if we don't, we go all over the place.
Yeah, we need to know how to steward these kids because they're going back to the kingdom of God, and we will be held accountable for that.
Absolutely, and that's why within our program, like we instill a set of values that they can. Our whole goal is that they can take these things. We use an acronym called CLIMB, and so they can use these values on the trail, because you know they're taking kids from flat Northwest Ohio. They've never seen anything taller than a dirt mound, up to the White Mountains in New Hampshire, which the peak of the hike is summiting Mount Washington, which is 6,288 feet. It's one of the few places in the eastern U.S. that gets in the Alpine zone. It's no joke. I mean, people have been hiking those mountains for hundreds of years, and there's crazy stuff happens up there. I've been up there in some pretty crazy conditions. But what's really cool is when you see students who have never experienced anything like that push beyond it and really see the limits that when they're trusting in their fellow man, when they're trusting in God, they can push back through. These kids truly are coming back to change. I mean, you know, over 42 years, we've seen students go on to be mentors themselves of other students. We've seen them go on to start businesses, become lawyers, doctors, pastors, you name it. We've seen students' lives change through it.
Shout out to y'all, man.
Yeah,
That's
shout
dope.
out. Shout out.
Now, before you became the executive director, how were you involved with the program?
So I got recruited to be a volunteer mentor 5 years ago by my predecessor, who also, him and I were both on staff at Cedar Creek Church, and that's still my full-time gig.
Okay.
So this is on the side. I am able to squeeze in, and so this is my last year mentoring. I've had the same student for 5 years. And to see when I stepped in, his parents were going through a messy divorce, very similar story to mine, and he had major emotional issues. His brother had already been to prison. He was on track to go down that road. We were able to step in early enough to where even working through this super shy kid, didn't want to come out of his shell, was being aggressive towards his family, but over the years being able to work with him, setting some goals for him and work through some of those things internally and provide that support system along with him and build a relationship with the parents. I've seen him, he graduated high school this past year. I was planning on going to college down in Cincinnati, and is like made a huge strides. It's like been really cool to be a part of.
I'd like the fact that you said you've been with the same kid for 5 years. That talk about Sean and Ty were talking about consistency.
Absolutely.
Like that build the trust with him and you, for him to be able to say, okay, now I believe I can reach these goals, because now I have somebody who can support me along the way besides my parents.
100%. And unfortunately, that's not our story for every student, right? I'm the only staff member, so it's all volunteer driven. And so we work with, we take the time people give us. Some people are great and they give us several years. I mean, I've got some mentors this year going on 10 years plus being involved with the program. And then you get some who they sign up, they do it for 1 year and realize they bit off more than they could chew, or life circumstances change. And so it's, largely dependent on that, but still our students who stay in the program longer, who build those longer term relationships, it really does make a difference. And even beyond that, the one-on-one mentorship is really the key piece, but also the greater community that we're trying to build here with having, I've seen students go on to be really good friends and plan time to hang out outside of people that they never would have met outside of being involved in this program. It's been really cool to see the ways they connect. But to your point of trying to make better connections with outside, I think the study was released in 2019, I want to say, but Toledo, as a metropolitan area across the U.S., has one of the highest concentrations of nonprofits for a metro area in the entire country. So yes, we do we have plenty of programs.
And
we have too many programs and churches.
That's why it's named Holy Toledo.
Absolutely, which is great. But also it means our resources get spread really thin. And so since I stepped into my staff role about 3 years ago, and so one of my main goals as the executive director has been to try and build these better partnerships and relationships with other people doing great work. So like Tremaine and the program Inc. We've been in getting to know each other over this past year. We've done a couple of events together. We're actually doing a combined event with all of our students this coming Saturday, where we're going to be, again, working through some of our values, and providing some good teaching around what it means to be prepared for life, and while also having some practical training and preparation for the hikes coming up.
Yeah, that's lit. And I love the fact that your program includes values and teaching kids values, because sometimes people send their kids to programs and they just be having a good old time, just kicking it. And I'm like, what did y'all learn today? Nothing. We just was outside playing. I'm like, y'all didn't do any structured activity that involves some value. So I love the fact that, like, yes, you guys are outside, but you're teaching them values along with your trips as well too. So I think that's really dope.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think it's important also, again, we got to get away from being in our own silos.
That's right.
We got to be able to step outside and think outside the box to be able, if we're talking about change, we have to connect that with greater work.
100%.
And what I heard you say was Cedar Creek, right? So people have to understand that there's ministry in all of us.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
And so we got to be able to look at things with our spiritual eye and not with our natural eye. And to understand when we see things happening, you got to be able to identify exactly what that is.
Yeah.
What happened this weekend, unfortunately, was it was spiritual.
Yeah.
It was a spiritual attack. Yeah. And you got to be able to recognize that and know how to pray against that, and to ask God to provide a covering over us in this city like no other. So that's what that is. We got to take a quick commercial break. We got to pay some bills. Shout out to our sponsors, Sir Sandra McPherson, City Councilwoman, Young Men and Women for Change, the Tabernacle Church, the Fountain Church, Premier Screening LLC, Rhonda Sewell, and Stacks Chicken. But before we go, Jesse, where can they find us?
You can find us live on Facebook, live on YouTube. You can also find us on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and wherever you download your favorite shows.
We'll be right back after this commercial break. Hello, my name is Sean Mahone Sr., founder and executive director of Young Men and Women for Change Behavior Modification Bootcamp Program. If you are a parent experiencing issues or problems with your child, then give us a call today. Young Men and Women for Change, 567-277-5352. Productive leaders for tomorrow's future.
Your first impression matters. What if your business could introduce itself in just 60 seconds? Anytime, anywhere. Business cards get tossed. Social posts get lost. But video connects. It lets people see your face, hear your voice, and trust your story. At Project 360 Studios, we create business spotlight videos. Short professional films that introduce who you are, what you do, and why people should choose you. Here's how it works. Step 1, plan. We help craft your story. Step 2, film in our studio or on location. Step 3, edit. We brand it with your logo, colors, and music. Step 4, deliver a powerful video you can use everywhere. Share it on your website, social media, email signature, anywhere you want to make a lasting first impression. Don't just hand out your business card. Let people meet you. Book your business spotlight video today at Project 360 Studios.
Give me one for the wake up. I'm so grateful for another day to help stimulate the mental. Time to strategize, huddle up, where's your circle? I can feel the movement radiate through the convo. Talk is cheap, turn your faith into work. I drink my second cup and put my hands in the dirt. 2 cups, drinking straight drip from the earth. Caffeinated conversations, you heard them here first. One for the wake up. One for the wake up. You heard them here first.
Jamaican reggae kitchen. Every little thing just sizzling. From yard man Put some soul in the pot, then listen. Jamaican and reggae kitchen. One plate mash up your system. Take a bite, feel the bass in your chest. Then every belly start dance to the hymn them. Rice and peas in a big pan, jack smoke, right name in the sky. Grandma hum, one old hymn song, you them bust joke, laugh till them cry. Lime wedge cool down the thing them. Sweet sauce drip off your chin. You say you just come for a small friend, but you go 3 plate deep, can't pretend. Jamaican reggae kitchen. Every little thing just sizzling. From Yardman spice to island rhythm. Put some soul in the pot then.
To be able to come out and see all these kids and everyone get together so that we can put a smile on all the other kids' faces is super, it makes my heart smile.
Lord, I'm not perfect, but I'm willing. Work on me, Jesus. Work on me, Jesus. Work on me, Jesus. Work on me, Jesus. Talk that. Work on me. I've been trying to do it on my own. Fighting battles I can't win alone. Smiling on the outside, breaking within. Lord, I need you to fix my heart again. I said things I shouldn't say. Let my flesh sometimes lead the way. But I'm standing here, hands raised high. I surrender. Take the lies out of me. Create in me a clean heart, Lord. Every scar tells a story of grace. You kept me when I lost my way. Could have left me stranded in my shame, but your mercy called my name. I'm a work in progress. Yes, it's true, but I'm dependent, Lord, on you. Ship away what shouldn't stay. Have your way. Have your way. Break the stubbornness in me. Kill the jealousy in me. Kill the jealousy in me. Create in me a clean heart, Lord, and renew the right spirit in me. Work on me, Jesus.
It's the Rise and Grind question of the day. Give us a call at 419-740-0433. We want to hear from you.
You got me good.
Good morning, Toledo. Hey, we already got PTSD.
No, man, that literally scared me.
I'm so sorry.
Oh my god!
I didn't realize.
I'm shaking a little bit.
Having flashbacks.
Oh my goodness. I am impressive with DJ Impress and not Eddie Long. Dr. Crowell, we love you here, but we not gonna go to the Eddie Long. In the studio with the lovely. Oh man, I'm sorry. With the lovely Brenda.
Hello.
Good morning.
Sorry, I'm a little shook up from that.
I'm sorry.
From that sound, dude. It really scared me. I'm like, oh my gosh! Like, did anybody else hear that, or was it just me?
She's about to dive on the floor.
Man, that was loud.
Also in the studio, we have Mud Talks on Ty Cleveland.
What's up, y'all? Good morning. Happy Monday to everybody. Glad you guys tuned in with us this morning.
We also have in the corner, tucked away, Jay, aka Urban Oz, back here.
Good morning. I'm sorry about the promo there. It was a little
I
too
think
loud.
you did it on purpose. You were staring at me to see what I
The
saw.
great and powerful Oz.
Man, listen, I'm over here having a spiritual moment on the inside with me
I know.
and God, and you disrupted that.
Work on me, Jesus.
Yeah, literally.
Hey, God, what did he say? You never know the time, the day, or the hour.
No.
That's right. Yeah. Also, we have in the studio Mr. Noah.
Good morning. Good morning.
And we are going to go into our question of the day. The question of the day is, what is next? So, Mr. Noah, what do you feel we need to do next?
Coming out of something like this, where you see senseless violence or people making decisions where they're not thinking about the action, the consequences of them, how it's going to impact other people, times like these are when community needs to come together the most. This is churches getting involved. This is community organizers getting involved. This is a community coming together, rallying around the values that we know that most of us here hold.
Right.
People who are here love the city. People are passionate about Toledo, and a lot of us aren't going anywhere. And I'm already encouraged to see, I know there's people have mixed feelings on, oh, do we cancel all summer festivals, or do we stop meeting out in public? And it's like, if we give in to things like this, then the people who cause the violence win, right?
Exactly.
Like they want
Exactly.
disruption, they want chaos, and really, my true belief is that people will make stupid actions and stupid decisions like this because they feel like they don't have any sense of control or agency in their life. And this is something where with a powerful tool, a deadly weapon, is able to bring a level of agency that maybe they've not been granted, whether it's been they don't have a good home life or whether it's been they don't have support in their life. It allows them to feel that power or some of that agency they might be missing, to where, again, we need to, it's why I do what I do. I provide structure and support to students, provide structure and support to families and communities, but also being able to be a bridge builder between organizations, between people and communities, that we can come together and say, hey, we are bigger than this.
Yeah.
Like we really can move forward from this. This does not have to define what our city is, what our community is, and we really can continue to move forward in a positive direction despite all this.
Yeah, love that. Good, well said. Brenda?
We have to stay in our prayer closets. We have to start pleading. We have to start praying over these children, because if we don't, the enemy's definitely going to have his way.
Yeah.
And we have to cover them with the precious blood of Jesus Christ. Okay? Because it is very, very spiritual what's going on.
Yeah.
And when I heard all that, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, it is not good at all. Yeah. So I just hope and pray that these parents hold their children accountable. They tell them, hey, what do you got in your book bag? Search their rooms. Tell them, what's your plans for the day? Stay in communication with the kids. Just get in a better relationship with your kids so your kids can open up to you and maybe not want to make them bad decisions because they don't want to disappoint the parents. Like, no, I can't do that because I don't want to hurt my mom. You know, I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to, you know, do all this and cause chaos. Maybe it's because they don't have a good relationship with the parents, maybe.
Yeah, it wasn't no privacy in my house. No,
Right,
it wasn't.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
And also start asking questions like, it's 85 degrees outside. Why do you have on a sweatsuit outfit and a poo shiesty and a ski mask?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like, so to me, it just always blows my mind when I see kids in sweat outfits in 90-degree weather. And I'm always asking, like, why? Why do you have that on?
Yeah.
So I know as parents, sometimes we get caught up in the moment. You like, hurry up, just put some stuff on so we can go. But take the time just to stop and be like, wait a minute, why do you have that on? And start paying attention to stuff, because kids don't just do stuff because they want to. They start doing stuff because stuff is a pattern. So after a while, a kid, once they realize that you don't notice it the first time, they're going to keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it. So the first time you see your child in a hoodie and sweatpants and it's 95 degrees outside, ask the question like, hold on, let's take a minute. Why do you have that on? And you might find something that you didn't even know, and now you really need to start having a conversation. As far as what's next, honestly, we all really just need to take the time to figure out how can we all get involved with our youth. And I'm gonna just be honest, if you're not gonna be consistent, don't even bother being part of the conversation. Don't even waste our time. So that's number one. And really, honestly, just number two, like we've all been saying, is like really just building relationships, you know, with our kids and with the youth, and really just putting our boots on the ground. Like it's real serious out here, because we can't cancel every summer. We can't cancel every festival. I'm not going to stop my summer because of some people wanted to do something crazy. But it's just a very unfortunate situation. But I just truly believe in consistency. And so if you're not going to be consistent with our kids, don't even bother showing up. Just stay at home.
Yeah, we got to see who they're connected with and how they're getting all these guns and how do they know how to work them. And, you know, we got to look through their phone history and stuff like that, because you never
Probably
know.
take away a good amount of their phones too, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, again, back to limits and structure is this thing that we, like, parents are responsible for building that into a kid's life. I don't care what anybody says. A child does not know what's best for them. Like, it just, that's never been a common way of thinking that actually sets people up well. So parents need to have permission to parent. Right? Like, don't be afraid to ask questions of your kid. Don't be afraid to set parameters. Doesn't matter how much they kick and scream. Like, again, kids
for
need
their
that.
own good.
I mean, I remember I hid stuff from my parents all the time, and was stopped many times because my mom was intentional to ask and just call me out on things. And looking back now, I'm super grateful for it.
I tell my kids all the time, I've been your age. You've never been my age. So I've seen things that you have yet to see. And if you keep going down the road, you may not be able to see it. Right. Jesse, what's next?
I'm going to direct this towards the church, because my pastor said something this Sunday, Dr. Sweeney, that prayer actually works.
Yeah,
it does.
Like, and so our church is going to have corporate prayer, which is needed not just for the church body but for the city. And I think that we should implore every pastor in this city and surrounding to incorporate some kind of corporate prayer for the city, because we have to be intentional when it comes to prayer. I mean, you can when you want your raise at your job, or a promotion, or you want a new car, or you want better a better life for yourself, you pray for that. So that's what we want for our city. We want a better life for our city, for our kids. So if we intentionally put that in our prayer for to protect our kids, or help us or lead us in the right direction, so we can figure out what to do next. Because sometimes we don't know. And as churches, we need to be in the forefront to incorporate prayer. So if the pastors, the leaderships is incorporating corporate prayer, then we're going to pray in the church. We're going to pray at home, pray on a daily for this intentionally. To make a change in our city, because that's what's it's going to take.
Shall receive.
But also make sure your prayer has motion behind it, because faith without work is dead. So you can't just be at home praying and praying and praying. You have to meet God halfway. So with your prayer for the city, make sure you say, you know what, God, give me the vision on how I should be involved.
And He'll give you provision.
All right. So this is what I think is next. I think what's next is us as a community have to decide that enough is enough.
Yep.
Until we get to the point where we are mad enough, intentional enough to root out, because it's just a couple bad apples that's making everything everything the way that it is. Till we get mad, we have to decide, like, no, you are not going to be able to take over our festivals. You're not going to take our summers. You are not going to be able to make us hide all year. We have to be intentional to say, no, we're not doing that here. This is not a place for that.
Yeah. Right.
And until we get to the point where, again, where we collectively say, enough is enough. And a lot of times I think people don't step in because you see a group of teens and it's just you. Now they're trying to jump you. Now take 4 or 5 of us to go over there and be like, no, y'all not gonna do that. Then they'll second guess that. You know what I mean? So we collectively have to come together and say, look, enough is enough. We're not doing that. Go home. And then and we say this word more than any other word on this show is accountability. People have to be accountable. You have to not only be accountable for you have to be accountable for your kids and bring back being accountable for your neighborhood.
That's right.
When I was young, man, my neighborhood, if you did something on the corner, you got scolded all the way home, and then when you got home,
it takes a village.
You got scolded for having to be scolded all the way home. You know what I mean?
Invested where you live matters. It really does matter.
So again, once we get back to that, once we get back to the sense of community, because that's what we are, man. Toledo is a great place. No matter what people try to tell you,
it is.
Toledo is a great place to live, work, thrive. If we all get out of our silos and stop with the I'm just worried about me attitude, and again get back to community, man. And to me, that's what's next. We have to decide enough is enough, and we're not going to take it. All right. And you said you have this or that.
Yeah, we got a little game that we play on the show. No,
wait a minute, hold on. All right. You got some music, so everybody breaks this up.
I don't.
Okay, all right.
We'll just play this music here.
No drop for this or that. It's coming soon. But so we have a game on the show that's called This or That. So I'm gonna give you 2 options. You got to decide if you want to get with this or if you want to get with that. Okay, it's not both. Some people try to be like, it's both. No, it's this or that. All right, hiking trail or a mountain summit?
Mountain summit.
Okay. Tent camping or cabin camping?
Tent camping all the way.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Okay. You got a special kind of coffee you like?
At home, I typically make an Americano most mornings. If I don't have that available, I'll do a mocha pot. But just black coffee.
Tell people what Americano is.
So an Americano. So I've been a coffee nerd unashamedly for the past decade. And so I have a at-home espresso machine set up, and I roast my own coffee. And so an Americano is a double shot of espresso with hot water. It's another way to make a black cup of coffee, but the process for making it is a little bit different.
Oh, wow. So you just wired up in the morning.
That's right.
What I want to do? Early bird or a night owl?
Early bird.
How early did you wake up?
This morning I was up at 5 a.m.
Jesus. What were you doing? Praying?
I was working out and praying.
Good. Love that for you.
I love a morning workout. Yeah.
5 a.m.
Good.
That's the only time I can go to the gym.
One day I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, he wakes up at 5 a.m. and then he stops by and grabs breakfast and hides it from everybody in the studio.
Yeah. Well, I gotta replenish the energy that I used up. We need some.
That's right.
Carbs.
Think about your staff members, Jesse.
I will next time.
Thank you. All right. Sneakers or hiking boots?
Hiking boots.
Okay. Phone call or a text message?
Phone call.
Okay. Wow. I'm definitely a texter. I hate when people call me. It's like, get to the point.
I text plenty, but I get annoyed with the small talk back and forth, and then it's like going to be 2 hours till if I need information on the fly.
Right.
You know, I feel like so much get lost in translation for text messages.
100%.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when someone is texting, you try to interpret it in the tone that they
What
said.
are they actually meaning by that?
Yeah. And they I didn't mean it that way. I'm like, well, in my head, that's how you said it.
The tone. You make up a tone.
You make up a tone.
Yeah. No, they did not just say it like that.
Yeah, and then you called it like I didn't mean it like that.
Somebody told me that. Like I read the tone of your text. I'm like, how did you read?
How did you know? How did you know?
You read your tone of my text.
That's funny.
Mud hens game or walleye game?
Oh, walleye game.
Walleye game. Wow. You don't like to be out. Well, you're an outdoors person. Why you?
I'm an outdoors person. Winter is also my favorite season. So
Oh, snap.
like this humidity already kicking up. Like summer can be done.
In his defense, a mud hens game is fun.
Mud hens game is a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong. I love
walleye hockey is a lot funner.
Yeah, because they beat each other up.
Exactly.
It's great. My wife and I were just down for one of the playoff games recently, and it was a blast.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
Walleye.
Boots in the mud.
Metro Park or City Park?
Ooh. I gotta go Metro Park.
Metro Park. And what's your favorite Metro Park?
Glass City Metro Park.
Glass City Metro. It's really nice down there.
Is what they've done, the way they've expanded.
I'm glad they did something with our
but
money.
Again, back to talking about vision. That's one park where a part of the city they've had a huge vision for that. They know it's going to take a long time, a lot of investment.
Yeah.
I've been able to enjoy it every step of the way, and it's been really cool.
I just discovered the middle ground Metro Park.
Under the bridge.
Yeah.
It's a cool little spot, isn't it?
Amazing.
Cool little spot.
And they just added a hammock down there too.
Oh, they did?
So I had to DJ graduation down there, and I'm like, I put it in my GPS, and it took me on top of the bridge and was like, "You are here." I'm like, no, I'm not. So I came back around, and man, I was pleasantly surprised.
It's a nice little park,
and they just did that river walk too, right there, and at the docks. Dude, is coming along.
It's really
it's looking really good.
All right, last question: staying local or traveling?
Man, this is a great question.
That's why they pay me the big
Toledo.
bucks around here.
I love Toledo. I love what's going on in our city and the things that are getting better. But I do love to travel. I love visiting national parks, new cities. I was just out in New Hampshire a couple of weeks ago. I'll be heading down. I was in South Carolina earlier this year, and I love traveling.
What's your favorite place you like to travel to?
These days, probably either northern Michigan or New Hampshire.
Okay, I love y'all some New Hampshire, man. It's been the go-to place this whole interview. I love that. Yeah. All right, well, that was my this or that, Noah. So see, it wasn't too bad.
No, not bad at all.
So if people want to get in contact with you or be involved with Toledo Mountain Mentors, how can they do that?
Best way you can do that is either go to our website at ToledoMountainMentors.org. We're also on all the socials, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Toledo Mountain Mentors. Look us up. Or you can email me directly, programdirector@ToledoMountainMentors.org. Mentorship is our typical way people get involved as far as volunteer, but we're always looking for other volunteers as far as admin work, helping with fundraising, events, that sort of deal. So we're always looking for more people to get involved and build this community.
Love that. So to all you people out there who's saying that we need new programs, we don't need new programs. You just need to do a Google search and find the programs that are out there already, just like Toledo Mountain Mentors. So
that's right.
Appreciate you, Noah, for stopping by the Rise and Grind Morning Show. We are going to go ahead and take a commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to wrap this thing on up. But before we do that, we got some sponsors, right?
Yes, we got want to thank our sponsors, Jamaican Reggae Kitchen, McCain Insurance and Casualty, the Purple-Headed Mail Lady,
go ahead.
Taqueria Otates.
Hey. I put the pronunciation. I'm like, this is how you say it.
Yes. So Jesse, before we go, where can they find us?
And the Stacks Chicken.
That was in the last one.
It was in the last. But we gonna thank Stacks Chicken again.
Thank him again.
Yes.
I thought they were on the last list. No, okay.
All right.
You can find us live on Facebook, live on YouTube. You can also find us on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and wherever you download your favorite shows.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back to close this out in a moment.
All right. I feel like our mic.
Heart check. We gotta look inside before we hit that wreck. Don't wait till you fall, don't wait for the sirens before you're so stuck in a state of emergency crying. Oh. Heart check. Gotta get it right before you feel that regret. Holy Spirit speaking, yeah, you show me what's next. I'm checking in with heaven, cause my God keep me blessed. I've been running, chasing dreams like I got no limit. But what's the point of winning if my heart ain't in it? scrolling through the noise, all the chaos in my head, but I gotta slow it down, hear what Jesus really said. Many talk the talk, but they skip the transformation. I need a holy renovation, clean me with no hesitation. Search me, Lord, remove the pride, remove the envy. Heal the part of me that wants reflection so they see me. I'm trying to live a line, I'm trying to walk in truth. Ain't trying to reach the top if I lose a kingdom proof. So I pull up to the mirror, let the word reflect. Every morning, every night, yeah, it's time for heart check, heart check, heart check. We gotta look inside before we hit that wreck. Don't wait till you fall, don't wait for the sirens before you're so stuck in a state of emergency crying. Oh, yeah. Heart check. Gotta get it right before you feel that regret. Holy Spirit speaking, yeah, show me what's next. I'm checking in with heaven, cause my God keep me blessed. I've been seeing red flags in my own spirit. God whisper softly, but I barely even hear it. Feeling distant, feeling heavy, feeling like I lost my fire. But he remind me that his grace would've lift me higher. I don't wanna fake it, I don't wanna play church. I don't wanna live numb till I'm stuck on words hurt. You the healer, you the doctor, my soul's in your head and our soul's in your hands. Put me back together, Lord, align me with your plans. I surrender all the bitterness, every secret, every flaw. Break the chains off my mind, show me mercy through the cross. If I wander off again, pull me back and redirect. I ain't waiting for the crash, I'm doing my heart check. Heart check. We gotta look inside before we hit that wreck. Don't wait till you fall, don't wait for the sirens before you're so stuck in a state of emergency crying. Heart check. Gotta get it right before you feel that regret. Holy Spirit speaking, yeah, he show me what's next. I'm checking in with heaven, cause my God keep me blessed.
The Rise and Grind Morning Show is on. 419 The Grind.
Good morning, Toledo, Ohio. Welcome back to the Rise and Grind Morning Show with your host, your boy, Sean Juan, in the studio with the DJ Impress.
Musical chairs.
Yeah. In the studio with the Miss Brenda.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. I hope you guys enjoyed this beautiful day.
Beautiful day.
And
Beautiful
stay
day.
productive.
Stay productive.
And
Absolutely.
positive.
Yes.
Also, we are back in the studio with your favorite cousin, Mud Talk on Rise and Grind Morning Show host, Ty Cleveland.
What's good, y'all? Happy Monday. Glad that we got to end on a positive vibe today.
Yeah.
Go be out there and be positive today and be booked and productive and not booked and busy.
There you go.
And again, we are not going to do Eddie Long as compared to no shirts that I have on.
Maybe we got Eddie Kane. You might as well get Eddie Long and Eddie Kane.
I take Eddie Kane.
Yeah.
Eddie Long? No.
Yeah, absolutely. Did we do our shout out to our sponsors here at Jamaican Reggae?
We did.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
good.
man.
Yeah, man. We had to do that. So, ladies and gentlemen, we got to do something different. Again, nothing changes if nothing changes. But when you change the way you look at things you look at begin to change. What else would you like to say? Because we like to leave you with something positive, motivating to encourage you along your way. Ty, what would you like to say?
First thing I just want to say is, we're not canceling summer. We just got to move a little bit differently this year. And also just be mindful that everything is not content. Everything that you see in this world that's in front of you, you don't need to record it and you don't have to post it.
Yes.
So let's be mindful of the social media platforms that we have, especially those who are in leadership and those who have platforms. Let's be mindful of the content that we post because everything doesn't need to be posted. So there's that. But as I always say, sometimes you have to go left to go right. If you don't get right, you just might get left. And if somebody says that you're doing too much, maybe they're just mad because they're not doing enough.
There it is. There it is. Brenda, what would you like to say?
We just got to stay grounded. Not like literally grounded with the earth and try to connect again. I know I said this before, but it's so important because we need to recharge.
Yeah,
we need to get in nature. We need to be outside and just be a positive impact in the community and just be kind to people because you don't know what they could be going through.
Yeah.
Even these kids that are, having attitudes and always are mad and, that are making bad decisions. Talk to them nicely. Like, hey, they might need it.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, I don't know about being grounded outside this week, though.
I know. Yeah.
The heat index.
Your feet going to be sizzling.
Man.
DJ Impress, what would you like to leave the people?
Just in the light of everything that's going on, man, never let darkness take your light. Light shines no matter where you put it. Also, just again, I always say, and this is again relevant. We all face fear. You can forget everything and run, or face everything and rise. And I think as a community, we need to choose to face what's going on and rise above it. You can't add days to your life, but you can add life to your days. And part of that is coming out this weekend to the Slingshot Reloaded, June 11th through 14th. Again, the 12th we'll have DJ Quick and Too Short here. So
man, that's gonna be
have a good time. And come out and see the nice rise.
Just come out and politic. You know, just come out and meet some real good people.
Let me say this: I went by Rise yesterday, and man, this is one bike he got over there, man.
You gearing it up?
Oh my goodness, bro!
Is it the Razor?
No. So he, people send their bikes here for him. Yeah. So he got this dude. It's a Sigma bike. I think it's a Sigma bike. Man, bro, I was like, he doing it big. So again, we not canceling summer. I'm gonna have fun this summer.
There you go.
Movie nights and all that included.
That's
We're
right.
gonna have fun.
That's right.
And there's a lot going on this weekend. Slang Gang is going on this weekend. We have the Trap and Paint going on this weekend at City Hall too. So pull up on us from 7 to 10. Get your tickets. So make sure you pull up and come get real Juneteenth with us at the Trap.
There you go. There you go. Jesse, what would you like to say?
Same thing I say every day. Remember to follow us on all social media at the 419 Grind. Go to the website, the419grind.com/store, and get some merch. We got Juneteenth merch. We got Rise and Grind merch. We got the 419 Grind merch. Go to the Win or Lose Sports Show, sports.com, and follow us on all social media at Win or Lose Show.
There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, let me leave you with this. Just remember that you are the head and not the tail. You are above and not beneath. Greater is he that is in you than he that's in the world. So let me leave you with that. And with that being said, we out. Have a great day on purpose. Be careful, be safe, watch your surroundings, and make it do what it do. We out. Peace.
I was stuck in the dark, you pulled me out the grave. Gave me breath, gave me purpose, now I'm walking anyways. Ain't no ceiling on the praise and no limit on the flow. Holy Spirit got me charged up, tell the world let's go. People hurting on the block, they need hope, they need light. Ain't no point to shouting Sundays if we quiet through the night. Jesus died for the broken, for the weary, for the lost. So I'm 10 toes down, I'm a soldier of the cross.
Got joy in my soul, fire in my bones. He lifted me up when I couldn't stand alone. So I'm hitting these streets, let the whole world know my God still saves and his love still grows. Let's go.
Toledo, rep your city. Visit us online.
Out the 4, I'm in a church outside. We on the